Good morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and gentlemen. Over the past month, I've been doing a lot of work, working on the Dhol sound transcription project, transcribing Dhol sounds from this drum and displaying them on the iPhone. I've been doing a lot of research, design, making sure all the design elements are correct and that they're ready for me to be able to use. And then doing a lot more research, which included me taking interviews, just traveling up and down the country, mainly in Birmingham, Wolverhampton, Coventry, and then London, just asking my fellow Dhol players and even new Dhol players. You call them Dholis, so I've been asking the Dholis from around the country just what kind of difficulties they've been having when they were learning Dhol from their teacher, how they think they could have improved their relationship, and what they think would have made it easier for them to be able to learn the lessons. Anyway, I've got a few clips, but I think I'll show you one of them. His name is Sanj. Um, he's one of my colleagues, and yeah, I'll just fire away and show you the video. Sanj, how you doing? You okay?
I'm not bad, you?
Very good. So Sanj, how were you taught at the beginning?
Well, to begin with, the lessons are very simple and they weren't that long, and they'd be written down on paper, so you just follow what was being played with what was in your hand. And there was only two notes, so you pick it up straight away as either your left hand or your right hand, and that was it.
So Sanj, now you're more advanced, so how are the lessons taught now?
Well, now the lessons are a lot more longer. There's more than two notes now, so you'd have to learn each note. After you picked up each note, then the lessons won't be given to you this time, so you'd have to play from sound. You'd hear them play it, try and pick up what you can, ask them to play it slower. Each time they play it slow, you pick up something else until you had it all. And then within 20 minutes to an hour, you'd pick up all of it. Wow. Play slowly, play faster, 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 and then practice.
So it's all from sound then,
All from sound, yeah.
as the lessons are more advanced?
Yep.
Okay, so that was Sanj. I thought I'll quickly show you that video just so you get a better understanding of how the lessons are being taught at the moment. I did ask everyone I interviewed if was a tool that would make it easier for them to learn the lessons. Would that be of use for them? And they thought it would be a great idea. And so I told them basically about the project that I was doing. They all seemed interested. A few were sad because they didn't actually own an iPhone, but they did say they would purchase one pretty soon. One of them even said they'll purchase one if the application was made. But anyway, other than that, so the next step. So that was a bit of the research I thought I'll tell you about in terms of interviewing. I did do a lot of research in terms of how I would display the notes on the iPhone. That was a major problem because I'd have to research into typography, in terms of the visual aspects, what is the best way to uh, get a lesson displayed on an iPhone screen. I mean, the screen size itself is 480 by 320, 320 by 480. So yeah, I had to make a good use of that. Now I'll discuss the design aspect of my project, the notes itself, how I've designed them. Fantastic. Let's start with showing you what the notes look like. I've worked quite a bit on these notes. I wanted to make sure they're visually attractive because only notes will be displayed on the um, iPhone screen. Or, it's important to make sure that they look great. I don't want a half-end product. I thought if I'm going to do this, I'll do it properly. So let's start off with the da. There are a couple of notes. First note is I'll talk about is the da. So this is what it looks like. So I've used contrasting colors, making sure that they go well on a black background. Now the da is played like this. Open bass, open treble. Then we have the na. The na is played like this. Hitting the treble on the side. Then we have the ge. The ge is played like this. The ge is an open bass. Then we have the K. The K is played like this. This is a closed space. Then we have the Kin, which is K and Na together. So closed bass and treble at the same time. Then we have the key. Key. It's played like this. Or same thing. Then we have the Ra. The Ra is played like this, which is recording the thin stick off the treble. A bit like this. Like so, I'll repeat that again. Then you can have different variations like Gera, Gera, Ge, Ra, Ge, Ra. So, like that. It's very distinct from Na, which is a single hit. Then we have Ra, which recoils. It's a lot faster. There's less gap in between. Like so. So on Multicultural Day, just after the fashion walk, I performed on the Dhol. Here are a few notes. All of them, well, most of them put together. This is what it sounds like in a rhythmic pattern. Okay, so that was that. Now I'm going to show you how I thought about displaying the notes on the actual iPhone screen. So I've made a processing project just to display all the notes, and then to display a lesson, the most common lesson that I think everyone should know. It's what you'll hear in all Bangla tunes, and how that would be displayed on the screen. So I'll switch it over to screen flow now, so you can see my screen. Okay, so I'm going to now show you what all the notes look like on a screen when they're displayed on a black background, what it looks like, just so you can see the visuals. Okay, so all the notes are there, and it looks good. Everything's divided into 8. The screen width is divided into, the screen, sorry, is divided into 8. This is so that all the notes will be equally placed out side by side. Now, another reason why I've divided it into 8 is because nearly all lessons, about 99% of all lessons that all beginners, intermediate players, and mostly advanced players will play can be divided into 8 beats. So the lesson, whether it be a 32 beat, 64 beat, or a 16 beat lesson, it can be divided into 8 and then displayed on the screen appropriately. And the colors work well together. They're very clear and distinct. So let me now print a common lesson. It's known as the Chal. Now the Chal consists of 2 main beats, the Da and the Na. Just want to show you what a normal, if a lesson was displayed on the screen, then what it looks like. This is what the Chal sounds like, by the way. Let me show it to you first. So here's the user play. So da na 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 the dana times 1. So when the user plays, then the screen, the iPhone would actually display the notes like this. That's the aim anyway. So those are the visual side of things. That's that. Okay, so that's my project so far. Now I need to get into the programming. I've already started programming processing, but I think I will start programming in Xcode straight away just to make the jump. I need to actually implement the fast Fourier transform algorithm. I've thought about doing it in different ways. How I'm going to transcribe the sounds, which would be to do an FFT on the incoming signal. But I was thinking whether to do it live or not. For now, I won't do it live. I'll do it so that it would listen for some. It would listen to the drum sounds. Then you press the stop button, and then it would uh, do a Fourier transform on that sample that it listened to, and then um, I'll have bins, and then I'll probably divide those bins into a reasonable amount, something that I can handle, and then I'll compare those bins with the fast Fourier transforms already done on the sample set I have, and then compare them, and then the greatest match would return the actual note, and then with that note I'll display the image. But then I was thinking about different things, how such as the na, how to differentiate the na and the ra. The ra is a recoil, as I said on the treble, like so. Sorry, like that. But that sounds similar to like that. Um, so if it turns out it seems similar and the program gets confused, what I'll do is I'll do energy control, because when I recall the na, when I recall the ra, sorry, the second hit is softer than the first hit. But if I did two nas, they would have the same power. But if I did a recoil, the second one isn't as loud. So I'll probably create an algorithm that differentiates the two. So whenever there's a na, then check the second note. If that is a na, again, which sounds similar to the first na, then it's definitely a na. If it sounds weaker than the first note, then it's most likely a recoil. So that's what I'll do. Then once the program can actually detect the beats, I'll then make it live, and then structure how the notes are placed while the drum is being played on. But other than that, that's the progression so far on Dhol Sound Transcription. My name is Pavan Kataria, and have a good day. Sound like the weather forecast stuff. Anyway, see ya.